Alright, hi guys, it is Elizabeth, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something just a little bit different. Figured I would just have a sit down with you, kind of update you on my life, maybe tell you a couple stories about my life here in Florida, and why I moved down here, and kind of things like that. So, if you want to get a glimpse of my life in Ohio and why I decided to flip my life upside down and move to Florida, then keep on watching. Alright, before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell emoji. That way you know when I update. I'm going to try and start updating once a week if I can. I do work a full-time job, so my week gets kind of hectic when I just have work and then just some other things, and when I have to go to vlog to Disney. I just started my own Instagram account. Make sure you follow that. I'll have the link in the description box. But when I started my channel, I just kind of hopped right into it. I never kind of did a backstory. I never really done a sit-down story time type of video, so I figured, why not do it? My best friend, Becca, from college, actually has her own blog, and I will have that linked in the description box below, and we kind of figured, why not, do a crossover thing? So, why not me make a video, she'll write a blog, kind of back and forth, such and so like that, just because we're kind of getting into the social media platforms, so to say. But so a little background about me. I am originally from Liberty Township, Ohio. I grew up there my whole life. I went to high school there. I graduated there. I met my best friends there. And then I went to college there. I did 2 years of communication at Wright State University. Wright State, totally wrong school. The saying is true. Sorry, Wright State. You're not a huge fan of you. So I had to dip out of there real fast, but that's all right. I'm just kidding. It was an okay school, but I just personally didn't think it was the right fit for me. I will get into my shirt in just a little bit. My freshman year of college, my mom actually got sick. She ended up having to have heart surgery my freshman year, and she had a defibrillator put in. The left side of her heart didn't fully grow as a baby, so it started having some issues now that she's older. So they went in, basically fixed her. I did take a semester off of school to help my family. I would go to work full time. The hospital, thankfully, that she was at was just right across the street from my work, so I'd go to work, go to the hospital, spend the night there, wake up, do the same thing, depending on the day. That way my stepdad could go home and take care of my brother. And then, my mom was in and out of the hospital for, I want to say, at least half a year. She is much better. We've had some health scares since then, but not as major as, obviously, her needing heart surgery, so thank goodness for that. But I was sitting in my bedroom, I want to say in March 2017. I want to say March, April 2017. And I was back in school at this time, and I was just struggling. I wasn't doing that well. I wasn't focused. All I could think about was my future, what was I going to do with my somewhat degree that I had, was trying to work on. I don't even have a degree. And so I applied for the Disney College program, I want to say maybe in January, to try and get it for fall or maybe summer, but they did decline me, so that was a little heartbreaking. And then, so I was just like, you know what, why don't I just apply full-time? Why not? I was like, I've always wanted to work for Disney. Like, it's my life. Like, I've been a Disney junkie since probably before I was born. My grandma used to say I used to watch The Little Mermaid and Mulan on repeat. Those are actually two of my favorite Disney movies. The Little Mermaid is my favorite princess of all time. Shout out to Ariel. I wish I had a flounder in my life, to be honest. And so I applied for full-time housekeeping. I don't know why housekeeping. I just wanted something different because I worked at Long John Silver's for 4 years while I was in high school. I didn't want to work in food anymore. I wanted a fresh start kind of. So I was like, why not do a different career? Like, I want to work in the hotel business kind of. Now I'll get into that in just a little bit. And so I applied. It said it would maybe take about 2 weeks for me to hear anything. So I was just sitting there waiting. And they emailed me and said they would like to interview me, and I could either pick to do a phone interview or I could fly down and meet with them. And so I called my grandma and my aunt who actually live in Florida. I live with them now, obviously. And I said, hey, I was like, Disney wants to interview me. Like, oh my goodness, like, should I fly down? Should I do the phone interview? Like, what do you think I should do? And my grandma said the mature, like, adult thing to do is to fly down here. And so thankfully she paid for my flight down here. She drove me to my interview and stuff like that. The day I had my interview, I was so nervous. Like, I can remember the day. I bought a new dress. I bought a new blazer. I wore my grandma's shoes, and so when I got out of the car, this was a great start to my day, I fell getting out of the car. If that doesn't just explain who I am right there, then I don't know what kind of does. And I walked in, I was like, I went to the bathroom first. I was like, I need to, like, breathe, like, just breathe, you got this. I kind of just put myself in the zone. Then I went up there and I was like, hi, I was like, I have an interview at 2:30, my name's Elizabeth King, and the lady was like, okay, just, like, go have a seat, like, he'll come out and get you when, like, it's time. I was like, okay, and they had Disney movie playing, thank God. I want to say they had, like, Beauty and the Beast or something. Pause, I gotta put my food in the oven. Okay, I'm back, now that I put my food in the oven. As I was saying, but they were playing a Disney movie, and I was kind of thankful for that. I just kind of messed around on Facebook while I waited, and the guy was like, Elizabeth King, and was like, oh my goodness, here I go. So, like, stood up, and I, like, shook his hand, and we went back to his little office, and it was really cool. He had a bunch of those, like, pop figures, like Star Wars ones. I was like, oh, those are, like, pretty cool. I was like, do you, like, collect them? He was like, yeah, I do. I was like, that's awesome. And then he started asking me questions. He was like, have you ever worked in housekeeping? I was like, I have not. And then he would just kind of ask me basically interview questions. He was like, what do you think housekeeping is? Like, what do you think your responsibilities will be? Like, do you think it might be too hard labor for you? And I was like, and I answered all of them. I don't remember exactly what I said. I probably just BS'd it just so I could probably get the freaking job, but whatever. And he asked me, he goes, well, are you looking for full-time or part-time? I said I would prefer full-time, but I would take part-time if needed. Like, I will take anything. And he was like, well, I have full-time available. Like, do you have any tattoos that are visible? And I said, I do. I have a back piece one, and I have one on my right calf. So he's more worried about the one on my calf, just with, because some of the uniforms that Disney wears, they involve skirts. So he made sure he put me at Disney All-Star Movies, and because they wear pants, and then they wear, like, a green shirt. I can try and find the photo real fast. So he put me at All-Star Movies, and he asked me, he goes, when can you start? I said, well, I need to give my work at least a 2-week notice. And he was like, okay, well, can you be back down here in, like, 2 weeks? And I was like, I could honestly probably be here in a week, just because I already told my boss at Long John's, like, hey, like, I'm going to apply. I have an interview at Disney. Like, I may or may not get it. And she was just like, okay, like, follow your dreams. My old boss at Long John's was actually my best friend Amanda's mom. Shout out. I miss you guys so much. But, oh, there's my uniform, by the way. You guys can somewhat see it. But, so he offered me the job, and I 100% accepted, and I called everyone I knew. I called my mom. I was like, I'm moving away, and I have a week left in Ohio. I called my dad. I called everyone. I was crying. I was so excited. This was something that I wanted, and I got it, as a 20-year-old, well, I was 20 at the time, to be the first one to, move out of your house and just kind of do something crazy with your life, it's hard, it's really hard. And my mom was so excited. She, I think she was more, upset that, I was leaving, but, she was proud, I knew she was. I don't know why I'm tearing up. Oh my goodness, I'm just so emotional. And so I go back home. I pack up my entire life within the span of 4 days. I try and see everyone that I can, from my dad's side to my mom's side. My parents are divorced. They've been divorced basically my entire life since I was about 8. I'm turning 21 in just a few couple weeks, so they are basically my rocks, even though they both have different kind of views for my career, basically, so to say. Get tissue. But so I went and tried to see everyone from my stepdad's side and my dad's side and my mom's side. Thankfully, I got to see everyone that I really wanted to. They threw me a goodbye party, and they sent me on my way. I think my hardest goodbyes were to my best friends. My dog is just, my aunt's dog is just spread out. She's kicking me. But my hardest goodbye was to my best friends, Samantha and Janie. They are the greatest friends you would ever want. They are just, I don't think I could have honestly made it down here if it wasn't for them. Let me find a picture of them. There they are. That was us in January, a couple weeks ago. You can't really see that. Hold on, let me find. That's one when Samantha got married and stuff like that. I'll try and insert a picture in the video as well. But they were my hardest goodbyes, especially Samantha. She's been my best friend for almost 6+ years, I would have to say. I've watched her get married, and she's going to be graduating college this year. It's crazy. I've seen her ups and downs. She's seen mine. Janie, she has been through some stuff, but as her best friend, I've helped her through it, and she's helped me through some stuff. And Janie's the blunt one of the group. She's like the mom, but kind of like the cool mom. She say what she wants. She has no filter. She won't hold anything back. She doesn't sugarcoat anything, which is why I love her. Samantha, we call her the sweet pea of the group because she's more the shy one, the smart one. Well, Janie and Sam are both smart. I'm kind of the dumb one of the group, but that's okay. Samantha's the shy, married one of the group, basically. No, but they're both strong women, and I love them to death. I miss you guys. If you're watching this, I love you, and I thank you both for everything. So, my last night in Ohio, I was actually down in Kentucky seeing my cousins. Well, kind of last day and a half. We went to a concert the last day that I was in Ohio/Kentucky. We saw Future, and we were supposed to see Migos, but they didn't show up. Whatever, not even mad anymore. I was mad at the time, but they made my last night in Ohio/Kentucky one that I will forever remember. And my aunt flew up to Ohio to drive down with me. That way I wouldn't have to get a hotel by myself, and I wouldn't have to drive the 14 hours by myself, basically. So I thank her for that. We finished the drive in one trip. We made a couple stops just for like lunch and gas and so to say, but we left Kentucky about 9 a.m. and we got to Florida about 3 a.m. So it was definitely not, maybe, I want to say maybe like between 1 and 3. I don't remember when we got there, but it was definitely a long drive. It was fun. We watched some Disney movies. We listened to Disney music. We kind of just did our own thing. She just kind of asked me, like, some questions about Disney, like, if I was ready, like, do I feel comfortable, stuff like an aunt should do. And when I got here, I had my Disney Traditions, which is where you go and they get your ID, you get your name tag, you just meet a bunch of new people. And I met my best friend, Jessica, at Disney Traditions. Let me find a picture of her. I am incredibly grateful for Jessica, because if she wouldn't have talked to me at Traditions, I probably honestly wouldn't have had any friends for the first couple weeks at Disney, or just down here in general. Jessica made housekeeping a whole lot easier. So we went through Traditions. We ended up going to the park for the first time the week after Traditions, after we got like our blue IDs, stuff like that. We went through, we did our Disney University trainings. She was in quick service, I was in housekeeping, so we were in different parts of Disney World, that's for sure. And then, so my housekeeping training started, and my trainer was very nice, Elba. I really miss her. She was kind of like a mom to me during training, and I kind of thank her for it. She opened my eyes a lot, that's for sure. Housekeeping was very hard. It mentally and physically drained me. I did not feel like myself. So I started looking for new jobs while I was in housekeeping. And the only reason why I really stayed in housekeeping is because my parents had a trip down here and to see me, and I wanted to make sure they had the best time without having to stress about anything. I got them in for free, which was really nice. I got our hotel 50% off, so it was just really nice because all they really had to pay for was just souvenirs and dinner, basically, which my mom was very thankful for. But I think the 30 days that I was, 30 days, I literally lasted housekeeping 30 days. If you're me and you have no previous experience in housekeeping, I suggest don't do it. Just suggest don't do it. But when my parents got down here, I wasn't myself, is what my mom could tell that I was happier than Ohio, but I wasn't still completely 100% myself. So she knew something was wrong, but she didn't question me. She just knew that I would make the right decision and stuff like that. So when they left, I ended up getting a new job at Basin in Disney Springs, hence my shirt, #ThatBasinLife. This is actually, I just sleep in this, honestly, and I was just wearing it. So I figured it'd be kind of cute for this video because I have been at Basin now for 7 months. I love it. I have met some of my close friends that I hang out with now there. We're kind of a family, so to say. We come from all different parts of the United States and the world. I have one of my friends, Sarah's, who just left to go back to Puerto Rico to finish school. I seriously miss her so much. Sarah, if you're watching this, I can't wait to see you in just 3 months. I wish you the best with school, and I do miss you. Diane actually just got a new job at Disney, so shout out to you. You go, girl. You kick ass. Thank you for everything you did at Basin. I'm so glad I got to meet you. JC just got a full-time at Rock and Roller Coaster, so shout out to you. I miss you as well. And thanks for my cool. I'm still wearing it. It's going almost 2 weeks strong, girl. But my best friend at Basin would be Victoria. I honestly thought she hated me when I first started, because she kind of did. But we are kind of like the same person, so shout out to her. Let me see. I have a picture of us. We actually just went and did Magic Kingdom last week, and it's kind of exciting. That's us on Big Thunder Mountain. I will link that video, and I will put that video in the video. I'm a horrible vlogger. And then I don't know. I've met so many great friends where I'm at right now. I don't think, if someone would have told me almost a year ago that I'd be working at Disney and I would feel mentally and physically better about myself, I probably would have either punched them in the face or just laughed at them. When you're 20 years old and everything in your life just feels like it's kind of falling downhill, you don't really know where to turn to, and Disney was just kind of like my happy place. So like if I was ever upset, I would watch a movie, I would just jam to it in the shower, and just so much more. I never would have thought that I'd be here living basically everyone's kind of dream, so to say. Like, who doesn't want to live near 20 minutes from Disney World? Like, who doesn't want to work for Disney? I work for a third party for Disney, so it's kind of the same, but partially different, which is really nice. We are still considered cast members. Our IDs are just a little bit different, and we don't get some of the perks that people who work for the actual Disney company do. So, like, I got more discounts when I worked at All-Star Movies than where I do now, but that's okay. It's still awesome, and I still have the best time. I have mentally bettered myself. The first couple months down here were a little bit rocky. I really miss my family. When I first started at Basin, I wasn't sure if I wanted to be there. I really miss my friends. I missed my mom. I just miss my family in general. I didn't know what was going to happen, if I was just going to quit, give up, move back home, kind of maybe follow my mom's footsteps. But I pushed myself through it. I pulled through. I still have my rocky days. I still have those days where I'm like, damn, I really miss my friends. Like, I wish they were here. I miss my mom. Like, I wish she could just be here to, like, play with my hair. Like, it just sucks, especially when your mom has to go all these doctor's appointments alone. Like, when she just had kind of a little scare a couple weeks ago, like a couple months ago, with her heart again. So it just kind of sucked being down here, not being there. So that kind of sucks. But I've met some wonderful people, and I'm thankful for them. Physically, I was always told that, like, I consider myself beautiful, as, like, every woman should, but I never felt comfortable in my own body, so to say. Like, I always felt like I was too overweight. Like, I feel like I didn't think myself as beautiful when I lived in Ohio. But now that I'm here, I live where it's sunny almost every day. Yes, it does rain, but maybe for 20 minutes or a couple hours, compared to Ohio, where it just is gloomy basically 75% of the year. I have lost over 50 pounds. I want to say at least maybe probably over like 50 to 60 now. I've gone from a size 18, almost 20 to a 14. I am almost at a 12. I walk a lot. I've started eating a little bit better. Obviously with work, with lifting all these boxes and such, and just kind of running around, it's helped me a lot, and I just feel more like myself down here in Florida. And I just want to say that if you have a dream and you're fresh out of high school, maybe you don't want to go to college, or you don't know what you want to do with your life, if you have a dream, go for it. I had a dream, I did it, and I do not regret it. Like, you just have to tell yourself you can do it, and you can do it, trust me. Like, I didn't think I would ever work for Disney, but here I am almost a year later, and I am. It's crazy. It's completely crazy. I don't know what to say besides I'm thankful for my family that live down here. I'm thankful for the job that I have right now. I'm thankful for all the friendship I've made down here, and it's wild. That's all. It's crazy. I just feel like a new person is kind of how to basically explain it. My whole life, I have kind of fought depression a little bit, but like when I was living in Ohio, I was just to that point where if I didn't get out, I probably honestly would not be here. And I have no shame saying that. I personally never self-harm. I just could never do it. I thought about it a couple times, but I could never get myself to do it. But now that I'm down here and I've made kind of a life for myself, I want to share my story. I want everyone else to know that if they have a dream, they can do it. So I don't really know what else to say besides just follow your heart, and you'll be able to do anything, honestly. I think maybe that's about it for my background story of why I moved to Florida. I don't really have any crazy times. Even on my days off, sometimes, like today, I kind of just lay back around the house. I do my makeup for fun. If I'm just chilling, I make lunch like a normal human being, or if I feel like it, I'll go walk a couple laps around Disney, or I'll just go and watch fireworks. Like, you never know. So, it's an experience down here, and I hope to share more stories with you guys, and I hope that you guys will follow your dreams like I did, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you guys still like to watch my crazy Disney life while I'm down here. So, thank you for watching this long, rambling video of me talking about my crazy life here in Disney. I guess I will see you guys all in my next vlog. So, catch you guys on the flip side.